Thomas Cruise Maypother IV, Syracuse, July 3, 1962, is an American actor and film producer. In 2007, he was listed by Forbes magazine as the most popular celebrity of 2006. He has won 3 Golden Globes, received 4 Oscar nominations, and is responsible for the United Artists film studio founded by Charlie Chaplin. His breakthrough role was in the movie Risky Business, described as a classic of the X generation, which solidified his career as an actor. After portraying a heroic fighter pilot in the 1986 film Top Gun, a massive success both commercially and critically, Cruise continued to star in significant films such as The Color of Money, directed by Martin Scorsese, and Rain Man. He later played a secret agent in the Mission: Impossible action film series during the 1990s and 2000s. In addition to these heroic roles, he played other notable characters, such as the misogynistic self-help guru in Magnolia, 1999, and a sociopathic, cold, and calculating hitman in Michael Mann's thriller, Collateral, 2004. In 2005, Hollywood journalist Edward J. Epstein listed Cruise as one of the few producers, alongside George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and Jerry Bruckheimer, capable of ensuring the success of a billion-dollar film franchise. Since that year, Cruise and Paula Wagner have been in charge of the United Artists film studio, with Cruise as a producer and lead star and Wagner as the chief executive. Cruise is also known for his affiliation and adherence to the controversial Church of Scientology. Career: Cruise was born on July 3, 1962, in Syracuse, New York, to electrical engineer Thomas Cruise Maypother III, 1934 to 1984, and teacher Mary Lee, born Pfeiffer, 1936 to 2017. His parents were natives of Louisville, Kentucky, and he has English, German, and Irish ancestry. Cruise has 3 sisters, Lee and Marion and Cass. One of his cousins, William Maypother, is also an actor who appeared alongside Cruise in 5 films. Cruise grew up in relative poverty and received a Catholic education. Later, he described his father as a merchant of chaos, a bully, and a coward who physically abused the children. Cruise elaborated, "My father was the kind of person that, if something goes wrong, they kick you. It was a big lesson in my life, how he'd lull you in, make you feel safe, and then, bang. For me, it was like, there's something wrong with this guy. Don't trust him. Be careful around him." In total, Cruise attended 15 schools in 14 years. He spent part of his childhood in Canada, specifically in Ottawa. When he was in the 6th grade, his mother divorced his father. In 1978, she remarried a man named Jack South. His biological father died of cancer in 1984. Cruise attended St. Francis Seminary in Cincinnati, Ohio, and briefly considered becoming a Franciscan priest, but his love for alcohol and acting diverted him from that goal. Tom graduated from school in 1980 in Glen Ridge, New Jersey. At the age of 18, with the blessing of his mother and stepfather, Cruise moved to New York to pursue an acting career. After various small jobs, such as a waiter, he moved to Los Angeles to seek more acting opportunities. He signed with SAA and began working in films. After his move to California, he landed his first role in the Franco Zeffirelli-directed film Endless Love. Soon after, he appeared in Francis Ford Coppola's The Outsiders in 1983. Following this role, he returned to New Jersey and was surprised to be chosen for the film Taps, albeit in a supporting role. His career began there, and in 1981, he secured his first leading role in Risky Business alongside Paul Brickman and Rebecca De Mornay. He started his career as a teen heartthrob, and in 1986, he elevated to the status of a movie star with his performance in the film Top Gun. In 1990, he gained critical acclaim with Days of Thunder, a film in which he also made his debut as a screenwriter with Robert Towne. At this point, Cruise's career showed determination and a willingness to give more and more, especially when he co-starred with his wife Nicole Kidman. Meanwhile, the film Terror on Board was in production. It was a brief but intense engagement, and on December 24, 1990, they married in Telluride, Colorado. The ceremony was open to any curious onlookers. A year later, in 1991, they would film their first movie together, Far and Away, which, according to Nicole Kidman's statements, happened too soon. In 1992, Tom played the role of a military lawyer in A Few Good Men, directed by Rob Reiner, alongside Jack Nicholson and Demi Moore. In this film, he set a new record in his professional career, earning more than $12 million for his performance. Recognized in Hollywood, he joined the ranks of the highest-paid actors in cinema. Another legal role followed in his next film, The Firm, in 1993. That same year, he made his directorial debut on television in Fallen Angels. Setting another record, Cruise earned $15 million to star in Interview with the Vampire, The Vampire Chronicles, with Brad Pitt and Antonio Banderas. In the adaptation of Anne Rice's book, he played the role of Lestat de Lioncourt. The film was directed by Neil Jordan, and Tom grossed more than $35 million. Cruise in 2014. At the premiere of Edge of Tomorrow, 2014, Tom and Nicole adopted a daughter, Isabel Jane, in 1994. For a year, he turned down jobs to dedicate himself to his daughter. As Nicole wanted to expand the family, they adopted another child a year later, Connor Anthony Cruise. Tom's next film, produced and starring him, Mission: Impossible, again broke the record for ticket sales in the first 6 days of release. Afterward, Tom Cruise participated in more intense films, portraying strong characters contrary to the nice guy image, such as Magnolia, Eyes Wide Shut, and Vanilla Sky. In 1996, Tom made his debut as a film producer in Mission: Impossible. He partnered with Paula Wagner at C/W Productions. In 2002, he worked with the renowned film director Steven Spielberg for the first time in the science fiction film Minority Report. And he collaborated with Spielberg again in 2005 for the production of the science fiction film War of the Worlds. On August 22, 2006, Paramount Pictures announced the end of Cruise's contract with Warner Productions. In November, Cruise and Paula Wagner announced that they had acquired United Artists and began producing films through it. In May 2021, Cruise protested against the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, HFPA, by returning his 3 Golden Globe Awards due to controversies surrounding the organization, particularly its lack of diversity, specifically without Black members, and ethical issues related to financial benefits for some of its members. Filmography: Cruise in 2016. See main article, Tom Cruise filmography. 1981, Taps. 1981, Endless Love. 1983, The Outs.